work with this wall pocket today. And if you've been intimidated by this type of design, I don't want you to be, because it's going to be using beautiful greeneries and creating a design that can go all year long. So the first thing I've done is I've gone ahead and mounted some foam in here, and we have that secured with floral pins and some hot glue, so it's ready to go. You do want a little Spanish moss on hand because you'll want to fill in later if you can kind of see through to the foam. I usually don't put that in till the end. That's something I teach in design school, that we can be a little more frugal with the placement of that moss, hiding the foam, if we'll just wait and do that till the end. On this kit, we're going to start off with some greenery first. This piece here has got a beautiful long eucalyptus, and this is gorgeously wired. And at this point, you can decide how high you want this wall pocket to be. You can keep it low and compact, but I'm going to let it just kind of go large and loud and out. Just kind of bend it so you can kind of get an idea of how high you want that to be. Ooh, that's pretty. That's gorgeous. I'm going to go just a little bit shorter than that. We'll just cut that with the wire cutters, and we'll go ahead and put that right in to get the container started. And then we're going to pop that in our glue skillet right here and get started by putting that in the background. If you want to learn more how to design and learn how to do the placement all on your own and get the first access to all the good things we have coming out, we'd love to have you in design school. So just come and join us at KeleasDesignSchool.com, or you can text us. Go to textkele.com, it's K-E-L-E-A, and in there we will send you the link. If you'll send us the word school, we'll send you the link to design school and you can come join us. We just keep floral designing all year long and move right in from season to season to season. So one of the things I like to teach is having a good stash of everyday pieces. If you want to sell or you want to learn how to make them, is great. So this is considered an everyday piece because it can go in between seasons. So when you put that first piece of greenery in, you're kind of creating your hype in your design. And that's what we're doing here. Now, I've been wanting to design with these willow bushes with all the little blooms on them, and they have a little berry here too. I love that. So they come somewhat curled, but I went through and just made sure I spread them out and made them a little flat on the back, because that gives you just a better, kind of like a better spread. You know, you could get more out of one piece. And we're going to use two of these kind of on either side of the main piece. So we can trim it off pretty short here. And I'm just about 3 inches. We're going to do that with both of them. But do make sure you shake hands with them before, and that means just spread them out, make them look clean and neat. And I'm going to put a little glue on there, and then we're going to bring that in right here to the, kind of to the foreground, but out to the right. So this one's going to kind of come out to the right. Oh, so pretty. I love that. Okay, let me show you where we're at here so far. One to the right, one up. All right. Now we're going to come into the left. Same stem. And we are not cutting this stem down. We're going to use it all lush and full to its fullest potential after I fluff each one up. Get it looking good like that. And so when I say flat on the back, it means I just put all the pretty stuff to the front. In this design, you're not going to see the back. So I'm going to bring this one over on the other side. We put this one in. So they're going either side. I don't like them to be identical. Like if you can, have one a little lower than the other. Just kind of have that one kind of tuck in there. Ooh. Isn't that pretty filling out already? This is going to be the star of the show. We got the back looking pretty, but now it's time for this. So what I want you to do first is I want you to identify from this bush which pieces can kind of stand out and don't have to hang as long. All right, these have to hang down, but they stand up a little bit. These definitely are really long, and they definitely have to hang down. So I'm going to take this one, and we're going to start with the longest one first, because we're going to use a whole bush in here in this design. But I want to see like how far. Okay, that's a little overkill. You know, it's hanging out of the frame. So we're just going to have it hang down just a little bit below the bottom of the container. So I'm going to take and glue this one in first. Now, anytime you're working with floral foam, you have to be gluing stuff in. It'll go in, you'll think it's in good, but it's not in good. It's going to pull out, okay? And in this particular situation, we don't want that happening, all right? We want it to stay in. You see how this is a little bit longer? That's what we want. All right. Now we have this fairly symmetrical up here. We've got our little bit of our greenery coming out on either side, right up the middle. But what I want you to do is I want to really bunch up this eucalyptus on one side or the other. I'm going to go on this right side, okay? So take some of the smaller pieces that can kind of stand up, and I want you to bring that one back a little. And so kind of the idea is it's going to just pretty stack and pour out of this, actually overflow, like beautiful movement. When you see anything I design and I work with, you're going to see a lot of movement. That's what motivates me in my design. I like, you know, curves. I like S shapes. This one I'm going to pin in because I cut the stem on it. I'm just going to pin it in to hold it back a little bit. All right. So I want to see that flow of going up to down. All right. Ooh, this one's just going to stand up on its own. So I'll put it over here. Really, really pretty. All right. And then every once in a while, I want you to step back from your work and take a look at what you got going on. I like it. I think I'd like to steal a little bit of this pick so I can make this a little shorter on this side. Okay, cut that off. All right, keep this side a little low and keep this side high. So we go from high to low and pull this eucalyptus out just a little bit behind. There you go. So this will be high to low, and that I kind of created a flow when I'm going back and forth. So I'm going to add a little bit more of this to the foreground, and then we're going to continue on with this eucalyptus. And I love when we get to do these natural type looking pieces. All right, still putting in the dangling yucco. Ew, that's so lush. Yeah, we're really making it really fat in there. Let's see if I can take this piece and have it kind of cascade over from the back. Let's see if we can do that. You know, with wall baskets, you can take and do all kind of stuff with them, but it's just too fun when you can literally have that greenery just spill out of there. All right, so I've kind of accomplished what I want here with the basket. See how it's kind of flowing out on that one side? I've got this big flow. Ooh, I love that. Now, we want to make it a little bit more wispy in the center and kind of even out the back. So I'm going to do that by using this one right here. This is my favorite fishtail fern, and I'm going to make it just a little fuller there, and we'll add a little wispiness coming in the back. I'm going to take these and we're going to put them right back in that right corner. And we could have put these in first, but I was trying to kind of conserve how much greenery we were putting in each section. Move this down just a little bit. And now this is going to go over to the right. I'm going to bring these little berries forward so they kind of charge out of there, but I really want these berries to be up tall. Oh, I like that wispiness in there. I wonder if we should take and push this over just a little. Oh, there we go. Kind of like a little bit more to the right. So now that fishtail fern is going to go in. One of my favorite exclusive greeneries I love to use in our designs. I use it a lot. You know, spring up till fall. That one's a little too low. Let me get it up a little higher. There we go. Really pretty. So that line kind of goes up. I just want a little bit of that wispiness look down here too. So I'm going to take these pieces and cut them a little smaller. And just like that, we are coming together so quickly to make your own little wall basket. And we've got this together in a kit for you to make it really easy for you to design your own basket. And the nice thing is it actually comes with a big basket and a small basket in the kit. So you can use a little less and make a little, you know, a couple of baskets, or you can go rogue with one project and then just keep one really, you know, big and full like this, whatever you want to do. But it'll make the decorating easy for you when you're ready to kind of get some neutral pieces in your designs to use. So you ready to make a bow with me? I'm going to show you how to make a fun flowing 3-loop bow out of some 1.5-inch ribbon. This is wired ribbon, And you want to decide how long you want these tails flowing out of this piece. And I really like, a good amount. I already have this beautiful flow coming of the eucalyptus. So how about if we came like halfway down that? So just measure that. That's probably about 20 inches, just eyeballing it. And then you're going to take that and twist that in your hand. So easy. And I'm going to make my first loop here. Okay, it's up to you how big. Generally 5 is going to be fine for this particular project. So about 5 inches. Okay, and then I'm holding that and I'm going to twist it again, okay? It's okay if you go between your hands. Now I'm going to bring my other loop up. So right now I've made just like a regular bow, basically. Really cute. And I'm going to twist that again because we're not done. We're going to make another loop. This one's called a 3-loop bow. And I make all the loops the same length on this particular one. You can adjust that or change that how you want, but this is the cute little look we got. So you have 2 on one side, 1 on the other. And when you're to that point, you are good to go. I am going to use some heavy duty wire because we're going to be able to pin this right in the foam on this arrangement. So just go right through the center to hold that, and you can twist it. All right. I usually use cable ties and all that kind of good stuff, but this one I actually need a nice strong wire to put it in there. So we're good to go, and I'm going to take and make this one a little shorter. And I am just angle cutting these. You can dovetail them if you want, but I just angle cut both those tails. Now, that was easy, right? This is called a 3-loop bow. Really easy, and the only thing we do is twist when we come to the center. As long as we are not finished and we're making another loop, then we twist it, all right? And you see how the tails kind of come flowing out like that? These are great to use in these situations. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be tucking this right into my wall pocket, right up in there, and I am going to trim the wire off a little bit. And you might even want to take and just kind of twist those 2 wires together so you get like one long continuous piece, and then I can poke that right into my wall pocket. And here's the fun part. This is a nice neutral bow that we're putting in that can go for, every season. But when you make some neutral pieces like this, you can always change up the look by coming in and changing the bow for all the different seasons. Whatever you want, you could add it to be a holiday, Valentine's, whatever you want. Just pop a 3-loop bow in the center. We could even do patriotic, Mother's Day, Easter, all of that. And then when you get into the fall, we could put a little kind of fall inspired bow on there. So these type of projects are not just for one holiday. They're great to use for all the seasons, and great to fill in with. So with or without the bow, this is a super cute project. But you can make that bow, and you can even have this go up or down or whatever you want. Come around this way on the tail, flow through the back. Look, da 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 da.